You are now listening to the smooth sensations and high vibrations of Alex, host of the best relationship channel on YouTube. Alex, drop them gems
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And we about to cook. We're not about to waste no time, because what I want to talk about today is the clip that you just seen. JT wilding out at Lil Uzi Vert in the middle of the BET festival, hitting that man, throwing a cell phone at that man. We just watched recorded domestic violence, domestic abuse. At the end of the day, there's plenty of women who will run around here and say, if you raise the tone of your voice, you're being abusive. It's verbally abusive. It's mentally abusive. But this woman just physically abused this man, and everybody, ha ha, ha ha. It's funny. Just like when Jay-Z got hit in the elevator, it was ha ha, ha ha. It's funny. But at the end of the day, if the retaliation comes, now all of a sudden brothers got to go to jail. Now all of a sudden we got a Travis Rudolph situation where he didn't even hit the woman, but she's sending people to the crib to come and shoot the man. At a certain point, we have to start warning black men about these hood rats. And this is coming right after the video where I completely disagreed with Umar, sitting here talking about oh yeah, you gotta go back and you gotta reach out to the black women. If your individual achievements don't mean anything if you're not going back to the community and helping these single black moms with their kids. At the end of the day, this man Umar looked right into a camera and said, I can't understand. He said, and I quote, I can understand why black women talk to black men a certain way, disrespect black men a certain way because of their past traumas with black men, but they can't take that to African men. They can't take that to no other men. But I can understand, we got to work with them. We have to deal with their bad choices and their bad decisions. I want you guys to understand, JT is the type of woman that Umar Johnson is telling you to go back and save. You cannot go back and save these types of women. We're not even really going to focus on JT and Lil Uzi Vert, because the hell with them. At the end of the day, they're celebrity puppets. My problem is JT is an industry plant who was put out onto the scene to encourage black women to act bad, be whores, and basically act crazy. There is a large conglomerate of black women who see nothing wrong with the way JT behaves. The reality of the situation is, not all, but a lot of women who find themselves in single mother situations, they behave in the way of JT. Now, you let Umar tell it, if you're individually successful, if you're married, if you're making money, if you got a business or whatever the case may be, so whatchamacallit, whatever you're up to, whatever you're doing, it means nothing unless you go back to the community and help women like JT. How are you supposed to help women who have the mindset of JT? You cannot help women who have the mindset of JT. JT is a hood rat. She only can destroy. There's nothing you can do to help her. Even if you set up a mentoring program for kids who come out of a household from women like JT, the kid's going to be a menace, because at the end of the day, you can mentor them all you want to, but the kid's going back to a household with a mom who thinks it's okay to punch somebody and throw a phone at him in the middle of a ceremony on national television. And he's coming from a community where they think that that's funny. No. What black men need to do is get their money up, find them a queen, go to the suburbs, and we need to separate. Again, like every other community does. You have the elite class, you have the low class. You cannot ask elite class black people to come back and help out low class black people, because low class black people don't want to be helped. If you don't believe me, peep this. Underneath the video of JT assaulting Lil Uzi Vert, a queen tried to help and spread a positive message to these young women who thought this was okay. This is what the queen said, and I'll quote. The elite queen said, If Uzi was the one throwing that phone, everyone would be in the uproar. JT needs to learn how to control her emotions. It ain't no excuse for throwing the phone at that man. Now, that's completely logical. That's sense. At the end of the day, if you feel like Lil Uzi Vert was sleeping with Ice Spice again, this is Travis Rudolph all over again. I want you guys to understand, a hood rat put a hit out on Travis Rudolph because she thought he was cheating. She had no evidence he was cheating. And at the end of the day, even if he was cheating, then just leave the man. Why would you tell your brother to come and kill him because you think they're cheating? At the end of the day, JT thinks that Lil Uzi Vert wants Ice Spice. How does that justify throwing the phone at him? How does that justify putting your hands on him? There's been no scenario where I've ever seen the majority of women be okay with a man delivering the sweet chin music or dropping a people's elbow on a woman because the woman cheated on him. They can be like, nah, you gotta own that. You gotta eat that. That's no reason to put your hands on people. But look at the response this woman got after she said that comment. Now again, this is the community that Umar's telling you need to go back and help. These are the type of people that Umar's telling you is justified to treat you this way. It's okay to disrespect you because, oh, you left them with babies, so I can throw a cell phone at you. Oh, it's okay for black women to not have respect for you. They can't treat an African man like this. You ain't gonna be able to do that. But if you want to throw a cell phone at a black man, it's okay because the black man left you with babies. Irregardless of how many black men like me, how many black men and millennials and Gen Z who don't even have any kids, Umar should be talking to his own generation. It's Gen X that raised the single parent rate all the way up to 75%. But he's telling young black men that black women treat you like trash. Yeah, they can't do that to Africans, but they're justified in doing that to you because you made them single mothers. When in reality, his generation made them single mothers. As a matter of fact, Umar has kids right now. He made 2 single mothers. Millennials didn't do that. Gen Z didn't do that. The birth rate is down. But he's telling you you should tolerate behavior like this unless you're an African man or a Caribbean man or a man not from America. This is what he's telling you. And look at the reaction to that queen who's trying to hold her sisters accountable. Alright? Look at the reaction. Someone goes, oh, I get it, but he knew the type of woman he signed up for. She is constantly defending him and his uniqueness and do not play about him. And for him to do that was embarrassing, especially she had no idea about it being planned. The selfie was just fuel to the fire. So because he took a selfie with Ice Spice, it justifies hitting that man and throwing the phone at him because he knew what type of chick he was dealing with. Now, when Blueface abuses Krishan Rock, why don't we say Krishan knew what type of man she was dealing with? When Ike continuously abused Tina Turner, right? Why didn't we say Tina Turner knew what type of man she was dealing with? But we want to tell the man when he's the one being assaulted, oh, you know what type of chick he was dealing with. And again, we do know what type of chick JT is. She's the same type of chick that I told black men, you are not responsible for uplifting chicks like that. You are not responsible for helping chicks like that raise their kids. You need to get away from chicks like that, find you a good woman and move your ass to the suburbs and start a black utopia in the suburbs. But Umar wants you to come back because his generation and the generation before him didn't take care of their damn black babies. So he wants you to come back and be dodging cell phones like George Bush was dodging that shoe when they shot the shoe at him because, oh, you owe them that. These women don't see a problem with what JT did. Let's keep going in case that wasn't enough for you. Because the lady said to him, and when he go upside her head, then what? This ain't it. This ain't it. Then another woman comes in. Oh, let's keep it real. Men do this all the time, and no one says anything when men does it. So he getting what he deserves. Again, another woman feels like he deserves it. These are the women that they want you to save. These are the women that they want you to help raise their kids. These are the women that they're saying are justified to treat you that way because the generations before you didn't help them raise kids. You out here dodging cell phones because the generation before you didn't help you raise kids. Let's keep going. Let's see what the other women are saying now. Alright? Boom. They let men get away with assault every day. Which is a lie, but let's just say it's the truth. They let men get away with assault every day. It ain't no excuse for nobody. JT needs to control her emotions and just leave that man. It's simple. Oh, but she has a very valid point. And so, how would you react if your man embarrassed you on national television? I want you guys to understand. This woman asked that woman, How would she react if her man embarrassed her on national television? So because he took a selfie with a woman, again, this justifies hitting him and throwing a phone at him and doing all these other things. There's no justification for a man to put his hands on a woman, but there's all these different justifications for a woman to put her hands on a man who has not put his hands on her. And these are the people that they want you to save. Let's keep going. If I feel like throwing a water jug at my dude's head over my feelings, guess what? I'm going to throw that water jug at his head. Now he a waterhead. Best comment so far. These are the women Umar's telling you any individual success you have does not matter if you don't go back to the community and help these women. These are the behaviors Umar's saying that unless you're African or you're Caribbean, you should have to deal with because his generation and the generation before him didn't take care of their kids. Again, the birth rate is down with Gen Z and millennials. So you cannot say, oh, Gen Z and millennials are abandoning their kid at high ratios. Matter of fact, Gen Z they're not even old enough for you to even know what it's going to be with them. But we know the birth rate is down with millennials. But because his generation didn't take care of their kids, you should have to deal with stuff like this. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Well, I'm going to take a selfie with your man. If someone took a selfie with my man and he did it, I would react the same way. Boom. Look, Uzi gave her a reason to throw it. Boom. That's why JT went off like that. He know what type of chick he dealing with. That's why he got the phone upside his head. I want you guys to understand something. JT is too good for him. I want you guys to understand something. Outside of that one queen, and there was a few comments, right, supporting what she was saying. Someone said, what would you do if your man was behaving like that? The queen said, we would have a conversation backstage, and if the answer that he gave me for why he was taking a selfie with this woman wasn't adequate, then I would leave him. I would not hit him. I would not throw a phone at him, because first of all, it's not worth that. And second of all, what if he hit me back? You guys have to understand, the vast majority of the comments were saying, oh, well, he shouldn't have antagonized her. Oh, well, he deserved it. Oh, well, he know what type of woman she is. And these are the hood rats that I'm telling you. They're like, oh, go and save them. I'm like, no. Get you a good queen. Go to the suburbs. We're going to start building black utopias. We're going to start building black eliteness. Someone told me it's black supremacy. Black supremacy. That's fine. Find you a queen. Get away from these people. Get away from the pookies. Get away from the hood rats. You guys don't understand how dangerous hood rats are. You got dudes like Umar justifying this behavior. Again, Travis Randolph got a hit put out on him by a hood rat. There is nothing you can do going back to the community talking about helping a hood rat. They thrive in this type of environment. This is what they like. JT makes music to make more women like this, who want to act bad, be hoes, have a bunch of kids out of wedlock. Young Miami, single mom, got 2 kids. This is the propaganda. And you got dudes, instead of telling dudes what I'm telling dudes, which is, listen, find you a queen, get y'all asses to the suburbs, each one teach one, we're going to start building black utopias. You want to tell them their individual achievements, taking care of their family, taking care of their kids doesn't matter. You need to come back and save chicks who believe that it's justified to throw a cell phone and hit you because you took a selfie with another woman at an event. How are you supposed to help this type of woman? How are you supposed to save this type of woman? Even a woman came and tried to talk sense to these types of women, and their response was, well, he know what type of woman he was dealing with. What would you do if your man was doing that? That was their response. She's trying to help them, and they're trying to justify this stupid, ridiculous, childish antic. You cannot help these people. She shouldn't be trying to help them. What she should be doing, what I hope she did, is move her ass to the suburbs around people who have the same mindset that she has. We need to start doing the same thing every other community is doing, which is drawing the separation. Stop trying to save the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Stop trying to save the damn Keishas and the Hood Rats. Let them do them. Let them do them. You go that way. All the black people with sense, like Shorty in that comment, who made the only comment that made sense, we all need to go this way and start rebuilding our own communities and don't look back. Don't look back and say, oh, I'm going to go buy me a cookie at the cookie shop like Young Dolph and get killed. Don't look back and try to set up a shopping center in the hood like Nipsey Hussle and get killed. Don't be dodging cell phones from these hood rats. Don't almost get shot like Travis Randolph. No. Get to these suburbs. Get around like-minded black folks. In every other culture, they understand there's a divide. Only in our culture do we say, oh, we got to help everybody else. You cannot help women like this. It lines up perfectly with what I was just saying. Oh, Alex, you shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be telling black men that they don't need to go back and help. You cannot help these women. There is no helping these women. They don't want to be helped. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. In the words of my man J. Cole, these women don't want to be saved. A woman came and tried to talk sense to them, and they did everything in their power to try to justify the behaviors. Oh, he know what type of woman she is. Oh, well, he shouldn't have triggered her. Oh, he shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have did that. At no point did they take responsibility and accountability and say, yeah, JT shouldn't have did that. They're not going to. Again, can't help them, can't save them, leave them alone. I don't give a damn what nobody says. You are not going to get me to send black men to their early damn deaths, to an early jail cell, right? Someone putting a hit out on them, somebody swinging on them, somebody throwing cell phones at them, somebody stressing them out to death because, oh, it's a black queen and she got kids and she needs help. Yeah, tell Pookie to help her. Tell Ray Ray to help her. Tell her baby daddy to help her. I'm going to tell black men, find you an elite queen, move to the suburbs. Get away from them. You cannot help them. Again, the best way to help someone else is to tell them to help themselves. Tell them to help themselves. Shorty tried to help them in the comments saying, hey, listen, there's no way you can justify these actions. And they argued with her. You cannot help these people, male or female. There's no way you're going to help them. The best thing you can do is talk to the youth, build the youth up, make sure the youth got sense, make sure the youth don't move this way, leave them grown-ass women who choose to be ignorant and live that act bad, ratchet-ass, hot girl lifestyle. Leave them alone. They made their choice. Nothing you can do for them. Nothing you can do for them. But it's just crazy that this came out right after Umar tried to shame black men back into going into the community and dealing with these damn single mothers and these ratchet-ass hood rats and told them that their individual accomplishments don't matter if they don't go back and help them. And you see JT acting like that, and you see women gassing it up. These are the women he's telling you to go back and help. So if you want to be an idiot and do that, then you knock yourself out. But I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm not going to guilt black people for being better than that. That's me. That's my thoughts on that topic. Alright? There's nothing you can do about it. A hood rat is going to hood rat at the end of the day. I repeat, a hood rat is going to hood rat. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.